We got some new video to show you. A jaguar roaming in southern Arizona. It is offering a very rare look at one of the region's most elusive animals. This is also putting a bigger issue in focus, allowing wildlife room to move. I mean, this is their place, isn't it? In the West Valley, rapid growth, it is putting similar pressure on the natural wildlife corridors connecting the White Tank Mountains to surrounding open space. So how can we be good neighbors? How can we make sure that we are doing our part here? We've got Sharma Torrens, the executive director of the White Tank Mountains Conservancy, joining us to talk about keeping these connections alive, making sure that we are being good community members, especially with all this growth. And we think growth is good, right?
Yes.
But it does have an impact on what's already there. So kind of explain to us what we can do to be better.
Well, thank you so much for having me. So there's a lot of things we could do. We could really focus on conserving wildlife corridor because animals need room to move, to find mates and resources to survive, right? And so White Tank Mountains Conservancy, what we do is we basically know that development and growth are imminent. We don't want to stop that. Right. We want the economic opportunities. People need a place to live, but we also know that development can occur. It can be paired with conservation. So White Tank Mountains Conservancy, we focus on conserving the wildlife corridors to conserve the remarkable biodiversity of the White Tank Mountains. And as you said, the surrounding areas are very important. And so we work with the developers and municipalities around the mountains to educate them how to incorporate conservation.
And how does that work? How can they incorporate it into the plans that they are putting together?
Great question. So yeah, developers and we have been, the White Tank Mountains Conservancy has been in existence for about 10 years. And we are lucky because we've been at the table with these developers and municipalities. So the mountains are in Buckeye and Surprise, and there's a lot of planned development around the mountains and development occurring. And so it's important that White Tank Mountains Conservancy is at the table to educate them about keeping this area open, keep this wash open, maybe don't gate this area, maybe keep this width open. And one of our main focuses, focal species out there in the White Tank Mountains is the mule deer. And so we work with the Arizona Game and Fish Department, and they provide the data of where the wildlife are moving, but the mule deer are important because if they have room to move and migrate to find mates and resources, so can the other animals.
Are there specific animals that you're worried about here in Arizona with all of this growth that we really need to protect and really need to step up?
Thank you. When White Tank Mountains conserve, well, I'll just so you know, I'm a native Phoenician, and so I'm very partial. Yeah, this is home. Yeah. This is home. And all Arizonans should be concerned about all the species and conserving wildlife corridors. But White Tank Mountain Conservancy, we really focus on the remarkable biodiversity of those White Tank Mountains. They're located in the Sonoran Desert, which is one of the most biodiverse deserts in the world in terms of plants and wildlife. And so we're really focused on making sure that they maintain the remarkable biodiversity in those mountains, not only for wildlife and nature, but also for humans.
Well, I think that that's really important too. People focus on the animals, but the plants too.
The plants.
The plants play a massive part in just helping us survive in the desert. If people are interested in getting behind your cause and they want to help out, where can they go to get more information?
Yes, thank you for asking. So there's certainly ways people get involved with White Tank Mountains Conservancy. They can give of their time and or their money. So if they want to donate, we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We subsist on grants and donations. We welcome that. They can go to our website. They can also give of their time. We have volunteer activities with the 2 parks out there. So trash pickups, plant invasive species removals, youth to mountains. They could also attend our signature fundraiser, which is occurring on Wednesday, October 28th at the Corral at White Tank Ranch, right at the base of the White Tank Mountains. Dinner, dancing, live country music, it's auctions, it's going to be wonderful. But they can go to our website, wtmconservancy.org. We're also on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for highlighting
this. This is a huge growth. I'm sure the growth that you've seen, even being born and raised here, is just astounding. But you trying to preserve what makes this place so special.
And we know it can be paired with conservation.
Absolutely, it should be. All right, Sharma, thank you so much for your time. And